Hey everybody, this is Robert Price. So today we're going to go back to combining different piano concepts. Okay, just some of the things I've already went over, and something new. So I have today something that I went over in my previous video. We was in a key of C sharp, right? And I showed a 2-5-1 movement. So I did something like this. Right? And I showed a 2-hand voicing on that. I did the drop 2. All right, I did that, right? So now I want to take this video and show, I want to put it inside a song. Now, the only thing about that is I'm actually going to do the song in a different key, and I'm going to be in the key of F sharp, okay? But I'm going to tell you why. It's a song called You Deserve It, and it's pretty popular, inside the church. Everybody's played this song. It's probably, I know it's super old at this point, but it's still a simple enough song to for me to show you the concept. So if you've been practicing that that chord progression, that 2-5-1, then we're just going to transpose it to F sharp, okay? This is going to be good because this is going to give you multiple keys to play that progression in, all right? So the part that I'm going to be doing is the part when they do My Hallelujah Belong, okay? All right? I'm going to show you that. But I also want to show you something on the 6, okay? So just another concept. Now on the 6, I did do like a minor 6 movement in a previous video. And I end up exploring that in this song. And I was like, man, I definitely should show how I approach it in this key, right? And then I also want to show how I get back to the 4, okay? So just a couple of different concepts. This is almost like a freestyle in a way. I was just kind of playing around with this song, and I came across a couple of things that I do. So I thought I'd just share it with you guys, okay? All right, so like I said, we're in the key of G flat. Okay? Okay? So the part that I'm gonna do, when we're on the 4, this is My Hallelujah Belongs to You. All right. Now, when we get back to the 4, this is when I did the 2-5-1. Here we go. All right. So the words will be My Hallelujah Belongs. I'm not a singer. 2. Okay. And then you go back to My Hallelujah. Okay. Now I'm going a little bit slower. The song could be slower or faster, so it's not really a tempo right now. But I do want to let you hear that you can put that 2-5-1 in there. Okay. Now if it's too fast, if the song is way faster than what I'm doing, sometimes you can get away with this. Okay. So you don't have to add this part. It's just this right here. If you put that in there, it's outside the key. So it's like a outside fill, and then you come back. Okay? So that can add a lot of flavor to it. So I'm gonna break down this in the key of G flat, because I did it in D flat in my previous video. So I'm just gonna break down this movement. It's just a 2-5-1 movement. All right? I'll actually break that down too, okay? So here we go. So on the 2, we have, all right, we have, I'm gonna show you what to play it to. So G flat in the right and E flat in the, so I got G flat and E flat, okay? This is in my right hand, okay? Then I have A flat and F, okay? So, and then we play the chord. All right. So with this in my left hand, I have A flat, E flat, and G flat. Okay? This is if you're playing with a bass player or if you're just by yourself. So that's a good left hand voicing. Okay? All right, in my right hand, I have a B major 7. But the way I have it, I'm playing it, I have B flat, B, D flat, E flat, and G flat. Okay, well I don't play that D flat, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's really B flat, B, E flat, and G flat. There we go. So it'll be like this. Okay? All right? So as far as timing, I'm gonna let you know that, but I'll give you the timing after I finish all the chords, so at least you can have it. Okay, so right after you play that 2, you're gonna do this. Okay, so we have B and A flat in the right hand. Okay, this is by itself. Then we have D flat and we have B flat. Okay, this is in your right hand. All right, so far. Okay. All right. We only have 2 more chords and that's it. So that'd be our 2-5-1. Okay. So this is where we kind of go outside the key for a little minute. So right here, this is really just a G minor, but the way I voice it. So I have D, G, and B flat. Okay. But I grace the F. Okay. And it's gonna go like this. Or yeah, because what I'm doing, I'm implying that I'm playing a that's really what I'm doing. I'm playing pretty much like a flat diminished over the 5. Okay, so just to let you know, that's like the theory behind it. So with me doing this, okay, that's just implying that I'm playing a diminished chord over that 5. But it's just the way I'm doing it, okay? So far we have this. Okay, so that chord in the right hand is D, F, and A flat, okay? All right, in my left hand, I actually play just a D flat major chord, okay? Now, of course, the F and the A flat in my left hand, of course, is part of the chord, but I am on the 5, so it works. You could do this. So you can do that. All right, so I'm going to give you this too. Now, this is if you're playing with a bass player. If you can't really chord like that in your left hand, you could just do, you can play, you could do that. Because if you're not playing like this and you pull a move out like this, it's still going to sound pretty good, you know, because it's going to be very different. All right, so I'm going to give you that chord right here. So you have D flat in the left, you have F and B. All right, that's a nice chord in your left hand. And of course, you still have the D, F, and A flat in your right. Okay, that's the whole movement. And you can do, I did that, F sharp or G flat, down to that F, and then G flat. Okay, so this is the My Hallelujah. So right, that's on a 6. Then you go back to the 4. That's the My Hallelujah. And I do belongs to you. Okay, so I want you to understand this. A lot of times when you're doing like a 4-5-1 type thing, you can substitute the 4 for the 2. I want you to know that, okay? So if you're going to the 4, so how we was doing, My Hallelujah belongs to you. My hallelujah. All you're getting ready to do is a 4, 5, 1. So all you did was 4, 2, 5, 1. So so I guess it's not necessarily a substitute, but you just kind of added that 2 in there because it's just circular movement. I did a video about that, really understanding circular movements. So if I know I'm on a 4 and you're going to be camped out at the 4 for a little while, you can go to a 2, like put a 2 in there before you get to that 5. So that's how I was able to do this. Okay, that's how I was able to kind of throw it in there because I knew I was going to the 5 anyway after that 4. So I just put a 2 in there. Okay, I hope that's not too confusing. So we have, okay. Now, I said I was going to show you an ending. You may not do it on this song because this song is not really like that. This is more of like a gospel type of ending. Okay? But anytime you end a song, it can be whatever song and you're getting ready to end on the 1. If it fits, you know, like if it's more CCM, you know, I don't know if you can put this in there. That's kind of that's like soulful gospel type, but I'm going to show you this. I'm pretty sure if you play in church or whatever, you've heard this type of movement before. So I'm just going to show you really quick. Okay. So, instead of doing this 4, 5 and going straight to the 1, on your 1, you can do this 4, 5. And on your 1, you can do this. Okay. So I'm going to show you that. And this is with anything, even if you're getting ready to switch to more like churchy, you know, all that, you can kind of finish it with before you get there. And if they say you're rumbling, you're getting ready to change that atmosphere, you can, that's like a good way to do it. But just in general, let me just show it to you. So your first chord, this is how you're going to end a song sometimes. So you have G flat in your left hand, G flat and E. Okay? In your right, you have a B major chord, root position. You know, you have B, E flat, and G flat. Okay? And of course, I grace that D flat. Alright, so here we go. And now in your left hand, you just walk down chromatically. Okay? So that's going to be your new chord now. This is for the second chord. In the left hand, you keep that G flat the same, and now you have E flat. Okay? So you have now. What I do in my right hand, I play B flat, D flat, and G flat. Okay? That's what I play in my right hand for that second chord. So it's this. Okay? Now, you're going to walk down chromatically in your left hand. Now you're just going to, with your thumb, you're going to have D now. Now, of course, if you just play this chord, it could sound like a lot of tension, but you're getting ready to resolve it. Okay? So I'm going to show you that. So if you play it this way, I'm going to show you both ways. Because a lot of times you don't have to keep this F sharp at the top. You can do this. You could do that. So I'm going to show you both ways. So we got this so far. Here we go. All right. So you still got F sharp in your left hand. This is for the third chord. You have G flat or F sharp and D. You have those two playing at the same time. In your right hand, you have A flat, D flat, and G flat. Okay? But you don't just do it like this. You don't do that, you do this. So you grace that B, okay? Okay? But if you don't want to do it like this, you could do this. Okay? Yeah, so that right there, that's really what you're playing anyway. All right? So in this case, you have A flat, D flat, and E. Okay? All right? And you can still grace that B. Give it a little bit flavor. Okay, so you'll have, okay, now after you play this chord, you're going to keep that A flat the same, and you're going to do this. Okay, so you can do this. I've done this before: A flat, B, and D. Or you can do this. That's really what it is though. So you have, I'll give you both. Let me see. That's what I've done, but I'll give you this one. So I'll give you both. So you can do A flat, B, and D over this, or you can do this. Okay? So this right here is F sharp, B, and D. So you're literally choosing to do or this. But I'll say that's the real way to do it. Okay? With the F sharp, okay? So I'm just giving you options. So you have, okay? You could keep your pinky playing that F sharp the entire time. So instead of doing this, it'll be this. See? You can either play it like this with that A flat or this with the F sharp. Okay? So I don't want to confuse you on that. I just want to give you options because sometimes I do it differently. If I keep my pinky up here, I'll do this. Okay, that last one will just be a regular F sharp major chord. And now in my left hand, I have C sharp. So I just did this in my left hand. That's all I did in my left hand. In my right hand, it was, okay? All right, so I hope that helps, okay? So far we've done this. All right. Now in the other video, I did show this walk down. Okay, and that can be after you do this. Okay, so I'll show that really quick. So we have, so I kind of do a little twang. Some people do it like this. So I'll let you choose how you get to that C sharp, okay? So you can either start from the B and go up, B, C to that C sharp. For me, I find myself starting from that B flat. Yeah, so either way, you see? So I have, of course, in my, at the top, I have F sharp in my right. All the way at the bottom of my pinky, I have F sharp. Right? So I'm just holding it. Okay? So in my left hand, I have F, while I'm still holding that F sharp down there. Okay? And I have C sharp in my right. Okay? If you choose not to hold the F sharp, it'll sound like this. You'll do, and then you can probably play it. So it's okay if you do it. So here we go. So you're playing F and C sharp at the same time. F in your bottom, C sharp at your top. Now, in between that, you go down to that E in your left hand. You don't change that C sharp, okay? Until you get to that E flat in your left. Once you get down to that E flat in your left hand, that's when you go to B in your right. So in slow motion, it's gonna sound like this. Okay? That's all. Okay? Now after that, you're gonna do, let me see. There we go. So in your left hand, you're gonna play B, okay? In your right hand, you're gonna couple that with A flat in your right. Okay? Everything is moving by thirds, okay? So all of this All of this is like just a third movement. Because if we put those together, I'm just playing those two notes. All I did was this. I just broke it up. Of course, with that half step movement. Okay, so I got that. Now those last notes are C sharp in your left hand, and I'm still holding down F sharp down here if you want. I have C sharp in my left hand and I have B flat in my right. Okay, so that's the entire movement. Okay, so now you have two ways you can end a song, even if you take certain parts out of this video. Okay, because you don't necessarily have to do you can do this, or you could have done this. You see? So I just want to show you all the possibilities. I don't want you to be stuck on just one thing. All right? All right. So I also want to show you this. A lot of times when I go to the 4, I'll do something like this. You know? So if we're doing all right. A lot of times I'll do this. All right. Okay. So if you can just kind of think of the words, I'm going back to the 4. We did this before. All right. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time, and I'm gonna show you that 2-5-1. My hallelujah belongs to you. Every time before you get to that 4, you can do that 1. I'll break down that chord. Okay, so you can just switch it up, you know, however you want. So I got 2 more things that I'll show you. Okay, I can show you this. That's like a good little fill-in, okay, over the 4. All right, so over the 4, transpose this to every key, so you can do this in any situation. You don't necessarily have to always play a B major 7 or whatever major 7 of that 4 is. Right now we're in the key of G flat, right? So in the key of G flat, the 4 is B. So you don't always have to play a major 7. You can do, you know? So these are chordal chords. I talked about that in my recent video again. I think so. You have B flat, E flat, and A flat, okay? I do that over my 4, but I mix them. I'm just going down a whole step. So I start from here and I go down a whole step. Okay? So I have A flat, D flat, and G flat. Okay? So if I play it down here, I'll play the 4 down here and I'll come up. You know, that sounds pretty sweet. So you know, just the timing. So my hallelujah, you know, okay? So you can just kind of play with that. That's something that you can do over the 4. Now, before you get to the 4, you can put a 1 in there. Okay? I'm pretty sure you've probably heard something like that before. When you're on that sit, so the my hallelujah belongs to you, you're just kind of sitting on a 6. You can do a 1, 4. Okay? All right. Over that 1, wow, I play the same chord that I just showed you. In my right hand, I have B flat, E flat, and A flat. And in my left hand, I have G flat and E. Okay? But in my right hand, I do this. Just to add a little bit more flavor to the chord, right? I grace the D. Okay? And then, okay? So this time, when I landed on my 4, I landed on that chord that I showed a little bit earlier. I have A flat, D flat, and G flat, okay? So take these chords, the chords that you see me playing over the 4, you can kind of implement that, all right? So you don't always have to play this chord right here that I showed you. You can do this, you know? It adds something different. So you can play any one of those chords, okay? All right? Now, I don't want to take up too much time over that 6, right? Because I did a little walk down over the 6 before. That was I think the video is called like a minor chord hack. But over the 6, you can do like this diminished 6 walk up or walk down. It's really cool. So while you're on the 6, let me see. So my hallelujah belongs to. You're on the 6 for a while, right? So you can do a walk up like. Or, let me see, let me get it right. You can do, and then back to the 6. Back to the 4. I'm gonna do it again. So you're back on the 4. So you're on that 6. A lot of times, if I'm playing it up here, I will do 1. See how I'm just adding in everything? So I'm just trying to show you in a real life situation. You get what I'm saying? So if you're on the 6, you can do that walk up. Now I'm gonna put it in the video. It should be like a link because I want you to go back and actually get that. Because I don't want to take up too much time pretty much explaining that concept again since I've already explained it, all right? All right, but just get that video, and once you get that, then just kind of put it in this key, all right? I'll leave that up to you. All right, so let me see. I think we've covered what I want to cover. I want to do that 2-5-1. We can do this, right? Or you can do this. All right, we covered a 1 to that 4. I showed you some stuff you can do over the 4 now. You know, you can do that in any key when you're on that 4, okay? All right. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, I'm actually going to have my email in there. You can email me and I can actually do something a little bit more, I don't know, just something more personal for you. A lot of times some people say, well, I like what you covered a little bit, but can you explain it a little bit deeper? So just email me or comment and I can get back with you. I could make a video just for you for a small fee. But I mean, we can talk about that via email. So don't forget to, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this video. Hopefully it brought a lot of value. And I'll be talking with you soon.